I would like to apologize for the delay in the uploads, but I have solved all my life problems and I've figured everything out and I'm back to playing again. I wanted to finish this whole project and then show you guys, but as you can see, it's not quite finished and I have done so much work. I've recorded about maybe 3 to 4 episodes worth of content that'll be coming out here very shortly. I just got to edit and work through it. I just want to give you guys a little bit of encouragement to follow the series because we're going to be doing a bunch of work in this area and it's going to get very, very exciting. So the first step to getting this factory up and running at capacity is going to be building a massive logistics system to get all the iron and stuff that we need from a couple nodes over in the northern forest. You're going to kind of see those right now. We're going to be running trucks all the way from over there to where we're standing right now and build a nice little docking area where we can kind of get our trucks and return them back over there. It's going to be kind of a fairly big project just to kind of get us started and get everything that we need over here. So we're going to make it really simple here by just kind of bringing this down a little bit. Now it's going to be a little bit difficult terrain to kind of build in, and I really would like to get this a little bit lower than where this is at, but this rock is going to cause me a bunch of issues, and I'm actually unable to get rid of the rock, which is really, really unfortunate. So we're only going to be able to kind of go this low. If I can actually zoop this across here, just like that. So this doesn't leave a ton of space to do the things that we need to do, but it does cover up this rock, which is kind of the more important part for what I have going on. We are going to come through and replace all this with asphalt, so this will kind of look a little bit better by the end of it. And we are, of course, going to kind of build a ramp down at the end over there. So we're going to lay out all this real quick. We're also going to be kind of going into this wall like right here. We'll kind of leave this one maybe right here. And we're going to have to kind of build a little tunnel system right here for the little trucks to kind of get through. And this is going to be your loop around. So the way this is going to work is you'll have truck stations, if I have enough to buy them. We'll have truck stations along here, and we're going to need a couple of them. We have, I believe, 4 nodes over there to get all this iron over here. We're going to need at minimum 4 different stations to be able to process the amount of ore that's going to be coming through here. So we're going to have 4 of them kind of laid out like this, and we can go further if we need to. The trucks can kind of come through here, and then once they get to this point, they will come out to an opening, or they'll go into here and do a nice little loop back around to kind of get out to the road over there. So that's the idea that we're going for. We've got a bunch to lay out. I'm going to start working on that, and I'll give you little updates here and there. I absolutely 1000% hate this. I hate that I can't figure this shit out. I've been trying to do it, watch the videos, I'm still not getting it right. So I'm going to keep trying to learn and hopefully things get better and I can figure that out and we can stop doing these little nubby things in these videos. But outside of that, we got a road mostly built. And we do have a lot of decoration to do, but the most part, we're trying to get the utility laid down so we can start working on some of the factory components. So we have all of our truck stations over there. We have our road to kind of get us up here. And then we're able to kind of just stay on the grassy path where we head over this way until we get up to... Oh, okay, hi. There's a dude there. So that's the idea. We're going to have to kill that guy somehow, and we're making really good progress. So I have made my way over here, and I now have 1, 2, 3, and then 4 pure nodes of iron, which is honestly an egregious amount of iron. I'm about to go through an autosave, but don't worry about that. So we are pretty much going to truck all this stuff from right here all the way over there. It's going to go back through the woods, down the grass path, and then into our actual factory with our road and everything we're building already. It's going to be a pretty hefty logistic process. So the next thing we're going to do right now is we're going to trim up all these bushes, get all this foliage out of the way, build a nice little platform where we can start to build a little bit of a truck station over here, and the limited space that we do have to start getting these trucks moving. That's the idea. I don't really know how I'm going to figure that out yet, but the best thing to do when you don't know what to do is to just start doing it. All right. So I wanted to give a little bit of an update here. I've been clearing out a lot of the stuff using some bombs that I made real quick, and I've been just kind of building a little ramp here and there to kind of get this transition from the actual ground to our foundation over here. So the trucks will come up for this section right here. We'll have all of our truck stations along this, and then after they kind of collect all their materials, they'll go back down this way and get looped right back into the same kind of pathway they were with the dirt, following this all the way. I'm going to have to kind of clear this out a little bit, but it's going to go all the way down there, all the way over to our other truck stations, and that's going to be the entire loop. So I'm going to lay down the miners and get everything wired. I have the truck stations to do, and then after that I've got to run some power lines from here all the way over to our other factory, so we got a little bit of power to these miners. That's the idea. It's going to take me a little bit of time, but I'm going to get this knocked out, and I will be right back. I'm not really showing this because it's honestly really simple what I'm doing. I just got my truck stations. I did kind of bring some power over here. I do need to kind of connect this on the back end way over there, but we're pretty much just making some nice right angle with the belts. We've got that node to do right there. That's going to run into this one. Then we need to overclock these to our 270 for the max capacity for these Mark III belts. And then we got to do some trucking from over there to here, and things should be done here real soon. All right, so we're over here at the backside of our truck stations for our steel factory that we're making right now. I was able to go through here and belt this, so we now have coal coming in. It's going to start filling this stuff up. It's not going in there because these truck stations do need power on the backside of here. But once we get this all powered, we can start to take our 4 trucks and start to take the route all the way over there to get some sort of routing set up for all these vehicles. So I've just been spending some time doing kind of the pathing for all these trucks. And the more that I'm kind of looking at this, the more that I'm thinking that this is going to be like a huge, like, catastrophe. I think these trucks are going to run into each other left and right. And that's going to make it a little bit more difficult because I may have to rework a lot of this. I'm not too worried about the stuff kind of over by the other one, but the ones that are over here are definitely going to cause some issues, especially in the area. Whenever you're not in the area, the trucks tend not to kind of move at all. They like jump between these points, and it kind of stops them from running into each other, which is really, really nice. But if we're ever in this area, these trucks are going to be trying to kind of move through these congested areas, and that's probably going to cause them to wreck into each other, which is going to be a huge problem because that means they're going to stop, and then they won't move. Especially if we're going to be working in this area, it's going to involve a lot of everything kind of working properly, and there's a good chance that we may have to completely scrap this whole idea and build like an actual highway, which will be really annoying. But we're committed. We're like 90% done with this, so we're gonna just set it up and see if we can make it work. And then if it doesn't, then we'll just feel bad about ourselves for a little while and we'll do something else. Okay, another thing to consider here is we do have the option to kind of get rid of some of these truck stations. If these have the capacity to support it with just 2 of these truck stations, this would make it a lot less chaotic, and that may be what we're going to do. There still is a lot of resources over there. There's 2 copper nodes and a limestone node that would be like really beneficial to get over here if we're really trying to kind of take full effect of what we can do over here. But obviously we got to kind of see what can happen. I'm thinking that we can do this with just 2 trucks. So I'm going to try to do it with 4 real quick, see how messed up it is, and then we're going to kind of go from there and see what adjustments we need to make. But I think I'm going to definitely run into some issues. I've never did logistics with trucks at this size before and this distance, so this is kind of a new thing for me. Let's look at the amount of symbols that I have here just for following the path in here. There's no way that this is just going to work without being super fucked up. It's just, I don't think this is going to work out. It's just, all right, let's just try. Okay, so our plan here is to just kind of control the chaos as much as possible. We're going to start off, we have the power set up all the way over there already with kind of the power lines that we've been doing. We're going to let this one go and hide the path notes. And we're just going to kind of see if it can make it back here alive. And if it does, that would be like really, really awesome. But we kind of got to see what's going to happen. Let's turn off the path notes for the rest of these real quick. And then we're just going to follow this truck as it kind of makes its way through all this stuff. Okay, I'm making my way back over here, and so far, so good. It hasn't crashed and died. I did set up a resource sink over there to kind of take whatever iron is going to come out of this thing and see if it's all going to be good. I want to check this to make sure that I have these set up right, because I kind of turned all this on before I checked out what's going on. There goes our little buddy, so he's taken off, and we're going to go check these stuff up here to make sure this stuff's set up right. And then we're just going to kind of monitor and make sure everything's, you know, doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, I just want to make sure that... Why the fuck did that happen? What's it doing? What the hell is going on here? Bro, what do we... Okay. And it went all to here. Okay, so that is... dude, like, it just started, man. It's already fucked up. I don't know. I didn't even put the pathing like that. I don't know why it's just deciding to go right through all of it. And it's just destroying all the other tractors. Okay. Alright. Let me think about this a little longer. Okay, so I took a little bit of a break and I came back to the problem. And the way we're going to fix this is we're going to spread these out a little bit. Which, honestly, I'm kind of using too much space here at this point, but I'm kind of going on the whole safe than sorry type of deal. So this has a bunch of space. It shouldn't be a problem. I'm going to swing these trucks when I do the pathing like way wide and have them kind of dip in here and then they come out however they do. So that should hopefully resolve this problem. If it doesn't, another solution that I thought of is I can put the truck stations like this and then they'll have like a come down path. So maybe this is like a one way and they'll come in here, go behind the truck station to pick up the stuff and then come out the other side and kind of loop back and start their pathway again. So those are my two options that I'm doing right now. Plus, this kind of uses the space a little bit better. So I think that it's all going to work out. That's the idea. If you're familiar with how things work around here, it usually doesn't. So we're going to give it a little bit of time. We're going to try to figure everything out, and then we're going to kind of see where we're at. Okay, so I recorded the new path. This guy should take off any minute here. While that's doing that, I'm going to place some more trucks here. Just to kind of see if this guy decides to ram into it. I did swing it like very, very wide over here, so hopefully it shouldn't even get close. And the other thing that I'm worried about is when he comes back is I need to make sure that this one right here, this truck station, isn't actually picking up the coal. Because he kind of cuts through like right here, and it might just be close enough for it to grab it, which would really be unfortunate. If that's the case, then I'm going to have to kind of work on some other stuff and try to figure it out. But I think this is heading in the right direction. I didn't change the stuff on over there, which is probably going to be a whole nother issue that I'm going to run into. But I'm just focused on trying to get this right, and then we'll kind of work through the problems as we go instead of trying to fix 10 things at once and potentially make more problems for myself. Let's just take a breather and see if this is going to work. All right, here he comes. I swung that thing really wide. I'm not about to redo this again. So it comes around. Does it miss the second one? Okay, yes it does. You see how like close I got to that. That was kind of making me a little bit uncomfortable when I was doing the driving. I can definitely swing these guys wide on all these other ones and make sure that it's going to work out. Let me check if this has our goods. Okay, that... Oh, I know why. That I turned the thing off on the other side. We're going to head over to the other side real quick, and then we're going to work on some stuff over there, and then hopefully we should have a working system here any second now. I had this miner on standby over here, but now it's actually filling up, and then what I want to watch for here is I'm going to see if it's going to pull from this truck station. I don't have anything in it right now, but I just want to kind of see it drive forward and see what's going to hit it. And if that's the case, then I'm going to have to redo all this because it's going to mess up the transfer rates and all this stuff really bad. Maybe it won't because it's 4 truck stations to whatever, but if it winds up where this one gets heavy, okay, I think that's enough to try it. I don't like it. I still think it's wrong, but it's enough to hopefully just to see if it'll work. We're going to put some more trucks down and we're going to see what happens. Okay, so I was thinking about this. I'm going to try to simplify this logistic thing as much as possible. I'm going to try to make this just out of 2 of them. And if that doesn't work, then I can always add more truck stations and figure out what it is. But in terms of like optimizing this is going to probably be the best way to do it. So all I'm doing is I'm taking these conveyor poles right here, and I'm kind of lining it up with the center of this, going about that high, and then I'm making sure that I got them reversed, but I'm going and matching the height, and then just running it out the back of this. So now you have a belt, and this will bring the other portion of the stuff down. That's the idea. I got to go over to the other side and hook up the miners that way as well. So it's not using 4 trucks anymore. It's just going to use the 2. We're not going to delete this stuff. We'll leave this right here, and then once you start pulling like the copper and the limestone and stuff from over there, that's the idea, to hopefully use it for there. Or in the event that I need to add more, then I'll add more. At the very least, I have the 2 inputs, and I just need to add more trucks to the different pathways, and that should hopefully work out all logistics numbers. And I believe that's going to work. Don't quote me on that. You're not watching this because I know what the hell I'm doing it. You're watching this because I don't know. I don't know anymore. All right, so we're over on the other side. We took out the other 2 truck stations. So now we're just down to the 2, and we've already kind of, you can see, rerouted the belts to everything, which I'm going to clean this up and make this look a little bit prettier. But this is all set up now on this side. It's just a matter of going to the other one, enabling the autopilot for that truck over there, and then letting both of them run, and then make sure that the resource sinks are working to actually dump this iron ore on the other side. And then we hopefully should be finished with all this, and things should be okay. So that's the idea. I'm going to take care of some of these crates really fast, and then go set that stuff up with the autopilot. Okay, so we sent off our tractor. You can see both of them kind of taking off. Oh, boy. Okay, yeah, no, that's going to be a problem for sure. I was just expecting them to kind of fix themselves, but I guess I'm close enough for them to deadlock, which means that things aren't great. It means we're going to have to rework this a little bit, which is kind of unfortunate. I'm going to go over there and fix that. We do have our resource sink set up, and this is kind of now moving all the iron and stuff out of the way. So this is good. I'm going to have to fix the pathing to figure this out, because this is not going to work at all if these are going to deadlock. Okay, so I'm having a problem with the blueprint, so I've been placing these down, and you can just see these guys are just bashing into all of them. And it's actually kind of whoa. Okay, it's actually pretty funny to watch, but kind of really sad for them. So what I'm gonna do instead, since I can't actually place the blueprint, like when it won't even let me save it. Every time I try to save it, it's crashing. I don't know what's going on with it. I'll have to look into that. But I'm just going to put these little concrete pillars down, and then I'll kind of build them from there. I'm going to run into issues like this right here, which I'm not sure if the truck's going to be able to get up. So I may have to kind of throw in like a little bit of asphalt here just to kind of make it work out, where I can kind of raise this up a little bit. Something like, just like this. Just real simple, enough to kind of get a little bit boost to get over it. That is whatever I have to do to make this work, but these guys bashing in all these concrete pillars really isn't a viable option, as you're seeing. So we're going to keep placing this stuff, and I got a bunch of little cosmetic work to do to kind of lay it all out, and hopefully here we should be fully running in no time. Fingers crossed. Doing this without the blueprint is going to be like a huge pain in the ass. But I'm going to make it work. And the cool part about this is going to give us a really nice kind of light up path. We just have to kind of take these out once we get everything done. I'm going to start pathing these trucks because I don't care too much about the placing 30 of these right now. And really I just want to get these guys running. This is enough for them to kind of run into the concrete walls and prevent them from deadlocking, which is nice, but they're still having some issues. So let's go ahead and redo the path real quick, and hopefully we'll have this running nice and good, and we can finish off with some cosmetic stuff. Okay, so I did go through and redo the pathing and everything, and while this is kind of working its way out, I mean, some of these are getting really, really dangerously close to the actual concrete pole. As long as they're not getting stuck on it, that's the important part. We're going to let this run for a little while we kind of do some of this cosmetic stuff, which is mainly going to be this lighting, trying to get this up and running. And then once we kind of figure out, if this is actually working or not, then we can kind of make our final sign off and end this video and do some of the cleanup stuff in the background. That is the idea. I don't know if it's going to work out like that, but yeah, we're going to have to see. I'm going to have to go get some more quick wire, and this is a perfect example to give it some time to run. So let me go grab some stuff, and I'll give you an update if anything gets really, really bad. Okay, while I was finishing this off, I was starting to kind of get it pretty much done with, but I started to notice that these wires, with the way that they work, they're having to switch sides like every other one, and it looks very uneven and just not very clean. So I've added wall outlet Mark 1s to all these, and then what I'm doing is, so like I'm right here. So this runs from this wall outlet to this one, and then I'm getting rid of this wire and then connected it into the one that's not running, and then you have power to these, and then you keep going down. So this way, you're getting just like a center line that's even kind of down the whole pathway, and it's not just like randomly off to the side and then back and forth and back and forth. So this just looks a lot cleaner. It's just one line down the whole thing. So that's the idea. I'm going to go down and fix the rest of these. So far what I've been running, or like seeing so far with the trucks, is that they're kind of running into the poles here and there, but they seem to be able to fix themselves. So I'm thinking that we're good. I still haven't checked the resource things and kind of what's going on at the end of them, but I think that we're getting really, really close here. I'm going to finish off the cosmetic parts here, and then we'll see where we're at. Okay, so this has been running for probably about 20 minutes here, and so far everything's keeping up. I do have a little bit left over here as like a buffer from the stuff that was kind of piling up before. So if at this point, which, okay, I just missed it, but this one's just about to come around the bend, we still got a little bit in there, which means it's not going to run out. That's our new load right there. So this is a success. It only took us, I don't know, like most of today, 15, 20 minutes for you. This is all good. We're going to cut to some nice B-roll here to kind of show off everything that we did today. And then we're going to be signing off the video. All right, let's jump. Okay, so I've been letting this run for about 20 minutes, and we still have quite a nice buffer here. This just left. I believe it's almost making its way right there right now. So this one's coming back, and this one's just getting over there, which means that this is going to be fine. And over like 20 minutes, it's been okay, so I'm going to assume over 20 hours, it's going to be just fine. Everything's working. It's all staying up at capacity, which means now we have to set up all of our smelters and everything that we need to do down below and kind of make some decisions determining what we're going to be doing. I did get some alternative recipes that I can show you right here. I got this iron ingot thing. This is iron ore and copper, which we have here as well. This will give us a lot of these ingots, which can go into this solid state thing over here, which gives us even more coal. We got some options, got some things to play around with. We're still not using like half the nodes that are even down here. And this one is literally just used to fuel the stuff right now. So either way, in our next video, we're going to lay in a lot of foundries down and kind of figure out what we're going to be doing with that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something from my many, many mistakes. And on top of that, I hope you guys just have a good rest of your day.